Hello and welcome to the Paper Pad. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about this stack of loved and relatively well used journals from 2019 and 2020. I'm going to be flipping back through them and talking about what I liked and what I didn't like, and then my plans for 2021. I am really excited about this new kind of journal concept that I'm going to be doing, as well as some other challenges and things that I will be participating in and starting for 2021. So stay tuned for those. Basically, I have tried almost every kind of journaling I have come across through the years, apart from like dream journaling, but even then I've kind of written some dreams down. So first and foremost, my most used journal is just this simple diary. Now I got this book for Easter in 2019 and I wrote in it for a year just as a basic diary, just with basic writing. And then next Easter I decided to decorate it a little bit, but I didn't want it to get too alligator mouthed, so basically it was just washi tape and a few simple glued in things, but it wasn't super well decorated. And this is my personal diary where I just talk about my thoughts and my feelings and then what I've been doing and random things like that. And I really don't know what is in this or how I've managed to fill such a big book with just pages of writing of thoughts and things, but I absolutely loved this. I would find that if I went without writing in it for a few days, I really missed it. I really got used to having this and having it to help organize my thoughts, and I really enjoyed doing this. So I might try and flip through a few of my decorated pages for you, but it's very personal, so I don't really think I would be sharing a whole lot of this on my channel. But I am planning on just getting another basic journal to write in for 2021 as well, since this one is almost full and I am super excited and happy about that. So I'm going to get a basic journal or diary, just plain writing, not a whole lot of decorating going on in that one. And then I also have a happy planner, which I got this for 2020 specifically. I have not used this. It's a 2020 and 2021 happy planner, and I really enjoy this. I will flip through what I do in this happy planner. This is the book club, or like book theme, whatever it's called. It's specifically a book layout, which I love because I am a huge book nerd. But I will flip through what I do in this as well, and I will definitely be continuing this for my basic planning. So I basically have mental health, planning, and then a few other random ones which are kind of gonna just hit random categories. So in 2018, maybe even 2017, I started a reading journal, and I will flip through this. I absolutely loved this. I was in middle school. I think it was my last year of middle school when I did this, so whenever that was, I don't know, it seems like a really long time ago. I filled this one almost completely. I read like crazy that year, and I'm really happy that I have this. I will flip through this. I actually saw this from Sarah McKenzie, who has a podcast on like reading aloud to families. My mom listened to the podcast and I heard this idea and I thought that this journal was really cool. So that's how I got the inspiration for this journal. And then I started it again for 2019 through 2020, and I just couldn't keep up with it. I couldn't use it. I was reading mainly for school and enjoy logging those as much, so I've not really done much in this journal, which is really sad. But I loved having a log of all the books that I've read, so I want to keep one of those in my next bullet journal type moving forward. I want to make sure that I'm logging what I'm reading. Next, this is my pen pal journal. So in the front I have a few basic pages with addresses for my pen pals, and then in the back I have Smashbook style glued in mail that I have received. So I will try and go through and cover up some addresses and just show you these mails. Here's a simple one. This was sent to me by one of my pen pals, and she made me this art, and then there's a card up top, and then this was the beautiful collaged envelope that it all came in. So I'll give you more flip throughs of some of the mail that I've received, but I love keeping this, especially if there are certain pieces that you just hate to throw away but you want to log. So I will definitely be keeping up my pen paling journal. And then this was more of my scrapbook. So again, in that same like middle school year, I kept an actual scrapbook, which I loved. And I had gotten another one, but I accidentally bought like a broken one and I couldn't fix it. And so I never kept up my scrapbooking in the same way. So this was supposed to be a temporary fix. It was supposed to be just like I randomly stuck my stuff in here like a smashbook, and it ended up being permanent, and I really honestly don't like this. I don't like how bulky it is from just a few pages. I never took the time to make it pretty because I thought it was just going to be a temporary fix, and I love some of the memories I have in this, but I don't like the pages, I don't like the method, and I really want to find a way to do this properly. So I will see if I can flip through a little bit of this. It's also very personal in here, but I'm sure that I have some pages that I can show just so you can get an idea of what it is. But like I said, it's not really pretty. So those are the main journals that I've kept. I will give you flip throughs of everything more specifically and then talk about my master plan for 2021. Okay, now that we have that aside, it is time to talk about my 2021 journal, which I have been doing a lot of research for. I've looked into junk journals, smash books, bullet journals, and a few others that traveler's notebooks. I've looked into basically every kind of journal, and I've found some really cool YouTubers along the way, actually. But none of them seem perfectly right for me. I absolutely love the junk journal style, and I think that I will definitely try to incorporate that into my journaling a lot more. The kind of messy look, as well as the using day-to-day objects and giving them meaning and value in a spread. I've looked into art journals. I want to art journal a lot more. I've never really actually spent time art journaling. And then I also want to keep a good sketchbook through 2021. I want to work on my drawing a little. I'm going to make a giant ultimate journal with basically every kind of journaling method I can think of. It's, in my mind, its own hybrid. It's not exactly a junk journal, but it's not exactly a bullet journal. So I'm going to get a basic graph paper journal. This one's a dot paper, and I want the graph paper because I just really like the graph paper journals. Everyone's crazy about the dots, but I like the graphs, the grid. I love the way it looks. Like, it doesn't bother me that there's a bunch of squares. I love having a straight line to actually write on, and then if I'm decorating it with washi tape or whatever it is, I find it a lot easier to do on the graph paper. And then I'm going to go through and decorate it first. Now this seems to be a crucial part to me to give it the junk journal vibe. I'm going to add decorative things into it, and of course I would be happy to bring you guys along the way through that process with me. So I'm going to start off with decorating it like a junk journal. A brief interruption from my brother. What was I saying? I'm going to go through and decorate it like a junk journal and get it all set up, and then I'm going to write through it and keep a lot of basic bullet journal spreads. I love the simple bullet journal look. Sometimes, I suppose I probably should have defined what the different kinds of journaling are, but I'm going to assume you know. So I'm going to have some basic pages for bullet journal spreads. I'm going to have some pages with like watercolor in the background, you know, simple watercolor paint. And then I'm also going to have scrapbook paper pages and pretty images from magazines and all sorts of things like that. So you get to decorate with me. My only concern is I don't want this to be a huge alligator mouth book, which I'm sure it would be. So I will probably end up pulling out some different pages to try and thin it out a little bit. I feel like I need every page. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do there. I might start decorating it and then pull out some, but I know that it's better if you pull them out throughout the book. It will help it keep its shape better, so I'm going to decide what to do there. So along with this new journaling method, I want to try a monthly challenge. So I'll be participating in the Take 5 Art Challenge, which is a super cool challenge. Basically, you take 5 different materials or 5 different mediums of art, and then you use them all on one art spread. And then I'm going to be starting my own challenge. I am a bit of a jack of all trades, and I have tried a lot of different crafts, but I am a master of none, and I would like to get better at them. There are lots that I'm just not as good at because I don't spend as much time on them, and I know that if I were to take the time to practice them, I would be a lot better at them. I'm going to assign myself a hobby per month to work on. So for each month, I will have a different skill set that I'm going to have as my go-to craft for that month. So during November, I will be working on crochet because that tends to be whenever, you know, the colder weather is coming in and I start thinking about my crocheting again. And I want to have junk journaling in June. So probably June, over the summer at some point where I am out of school, and so I'll have a lot of time to focus on it. I will be making junk journals, as well as, of course, using them and decorating them, which I'm really excited about that. I'm going to be working on my calligraphy. Actually, over quarantine, I ended up working on my handwriting, my cursive specifically, and I really liked that. I saw a big improvement in it. I found I was more likely to write in cursive just because I was working on it, and so I believe I will probably do another month of cursive or calligraphy. I want to work on violin. I know that this isn't really a craft or something that I would really be sharing in the content on this channel, but I played violin when I was really little, and then I dropped it, and I would love to pick it up again and learn some songs that I'm actually interested in and work on that for a month and see where that gets me and if I can build up to where I used to be in violin, as well as so many other different amazing crafts, watercolor painting. I'm really excited to dedicate time to all these different skill sets that I want to get better at. So I will be posting what my hobby of the month is. I'll come up with a hashtag for it. That way, if you want to follow along and show me your progress that you make over these months, I would be so overjoyed to see that. My Instagram, which is actually a new Instagram, is the_paper_pad, so go and follow me on Instagram. You get more content than you get over here because I'll post my little projects that I do over the weeks, and I have a feeling that a lot of this challenge or hobby a month is going to show up more on Instagram than on YouTube. I'll make at least one video, if not 2 videos, dedicated to my hobby a month challenge. So the planning and the tracking of this new challenge is going to go in my 2021 Ultimate Catch-All Journal. As of today, I don't have a set in stone schedule for what each month's hobby is going to be, and I have a feeling that it's not going to stay exactly the way I said it, because if I find that one month is going to be bigger than the other, or busier than the other, I might try and maneuver them around for the hobbies that take a little less time or might be a bit easier to do while traveling and things like that. So right now I do have a running list of different hobbies that I have, but if you have one in mind that you would like to see me do or that you might participate in and try alongside me, then let me know in the comments down below. I would really love to hear it. So without further ado, I hope you had a Merry Christmas and that you're looking forward to a Happy New Year. Please join me in my planning undertaking of 2021. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Until next time, this is Hannah signing off.